All right. Good afternoon. Good morning, everyone. Um, Once again, my name is Shegun Ajayi, and last week I started this series on compatibility in marriage. Definitely, I actually said it that a particular sister asked this question. So, uh, we first started, yes, I started by firstly talking about the meaning of compatibility in marriage. Thereafter, I talked about emotional compatibility, right? I talked about emotional compatibility. I also talked about spiritual compatibility. So today I will be talking about uh, intellectual compatibility in marriage. Now, when we actually talk about um, intellectual compatibility in marriage, the first thing that comes to the mind is of the fact that there is a shared interest, right? There's a shared interest. There should be common hobbies and passions. Now, if the person you want to get married to has interest in sports, for example, and that's I'm talking about hobbies now. The person has interest in sports, and you are just the type of person you don't even care about. Honestly speaking, in some cases, if not in many cases, it may just be so boring. I have seen a particular case of a young man. The guy doesn't have interest in anything related to even playing at all. He's always serious. Whereas on the other hand, the lady actually happened to be someone that always wants to just share her own emotion, always likes this kind of environments to play, to have make herself happy. Now you can think of I know of a man, right? This one was actually very close to me, and he clearly told me that when he first got married, there was a particular day, a particular time that obviously he forgot that he has a wife at home. He went to play foot. He went to watch a football match, and it was in the night. The wife called him. That was when he remembered that, oh, I got married, my wife is at home. You just think about that. And that he actually struggled for some years before he got himself back to actually realize that there is always a wife and even children at home. So it is very important that this aspect of intellectual shared interest in the aspect of hobbies and passions are actually considered, right? The second person I'll be talking about this intellectual capacity is what I called intellectual stimulation. Intellectual stimulation. You need to look at your encouraging growth and learning. Now, there are cases of men who don't see any reason, mostly by their cultural foundation, who don't see any reason for the education of a woman. If you get married to such a man who doesn't have values for education, I'm sorry, if you have the passion to have this degree, this degree, this degree, by the time you get married, the man will be telling you, I got married to you, I paid your bride price so that you will have children for me and nothing else. You are talking about, okay, you have first degree before you got married to him. You are talking about having a second degree. The man will clearly tell you, I didn't get married for you to come and have masters or to come and have PhD in my house. I got married so that you produce babies for me. So it is going to be a serious conflict of interest in the aspect of intellectual compatibility between both of you. The person you want to get married to ask, you need to really ask, what is this? What is this? What is this? It's very, very important. Lastly, about this, I will be talking about problem solving collaborative. Problem solving collaborative. Now, in the problem solving that has to do with collaboration and decision making, what is the thinking capacity, the intellectual capacity of the person you want to get married to? You don't want to get married to somebody that something is happened or something is happening and you bring it to him or you bring it to her and you table that on the table. You bring that to the table and you're asking, what do you think about this? The person can't contribute to your life. The person can't give you opinions. The person can't advise you. And you may just be forced many times to have another person somewhere, your parents, another person somewhere, your siblings, another person somewhere, your colleagues at work, God forbid, leading to what may bring about temptation to you. Since the one at home can't even advise you, you are down, the person doesn't have the thinking capacity to advise you, to counsel you, to tell you, this, can't we do this way? Can't we do it this way? It may just be a serious problem. And I can clearly tell you, a lot of couples today are facing this very challenge. When I say problem solving, collaborative and decision making capacity in marriage. I pray God will give you understanding in Jesus' name. The second thing that we have to talk about at this point, it has to do with social compatibility, right? Social compatibility. Now, when we talk about social compatibility, we talk about social maturity. Yes, I'm going to put it as social maturity. Social maturity in the sense of social values, aligning priorities, aligning lifestyle. The person you want to spend the rest of your life with, what level of social values does that person actually have? When you think about this woman, the secretary to the President of the United States of America, in the person of Mrs. Okoji Iweala, Ngozi Okoji Iweala. Now, think about the husband of this woman. If the husband is not somebody who is social enough, how do you think the gifts, the talents God deposited in that woman would have actually gone down the drain? But today, we have a woman representing not just Nigeria, but representing Africa all the way as a secretary to the United States of America. Social values, aligning priorities and lifestyle. You don't want to get married to somebody who will put you and will be telling you the woman's place is in the kitchen. You don't want to. You don't want to get married to the type of woman who doesn't see you advancing in life, but always want to spend your money on makeup, on clothes, on shoes, and is not thinking, what can you do for the future to be better for the two of you? You don't want to spend the rest of your life with such a person. If that happens, the result of that is of the fact that there won't be growth, there won't be development in your own life. That is just the fact. Then we talk about family dynamics. Family dynamics. When I say family dynamics, I'm talking about unity in parenting and relationships. Unity in parenting and relationships. Let me say this. Today, many people are preparing for wedding. They are not preparing for marriage. They take almost more than a year preparing for the type of suit they are going to wear, the type of wedding gowns they are going to wear, the hotel they are going to spend the honeymoon. without reading books on child development, on how to grow, on how to raise children, on how to plan together as a couple, you must have family dynamism, unity in parenting and relationships. How do you want to grow your children? How do you want to nurture your children? How do you want to train your children? This is very, very important. And you know this when you listen to somebody, right? You listen to the person and you know where the person is actually standing. Lastly, I'll be talking about community involvement. Community involvement, serving together. If you are the type of person you believe in giving time to people, to help people, for people to grow, but the other person is just me, my husband, my wife, my children, come on. My question is this: how will everything work out for the two of you? Please, it is important you think about your social capacity so that everything will work for your own good. I will continue this series some other time, possibly tomorrow. But at this point, so that I don't elongate the recording too much, I would like to stop here. Above all, I am saying on this issue of compatibility in marriage is that firstly, you need to put God first, because God knows the best for your life. Till we meet again, till I come up again, till I share with you again. My name remains Shegun Okeowo Ajayi. I'm the convener of Christian Singles Corner and Christian Marriage Corner. This is King David Christian Ministries YouTube channel. Thank you and God bless you. See you one more time again. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.